Hello friends, welcome to Independent Learning. My name is Raj Shah, and in this video we are going to continue with the chapter that is basic concepts in geometry. Okay, in the previous video we saw what is a line, segment, array, okay, in terms of points, the union of points, okay, and also we saw how to compare segments, whether they are congruent or, and also we saw the properties of segments, okay, reflexivity, transitivity, okay, and symmetry, of course. And also we saw what is perpendicularity. Like for example, if you have segment AB, then there is line CD. Okay, so if there is a line which is perpendicular to segment AB, that is, if it is making 90-degree angle, if this angle is 90-degree, then we say that segment CD, or sorry, line CD is perpendicular to segment AB. So we saw that. And also we saw how to find the distance of a point from a line. Okay, so in this video we are going to continue with the chapter, and we are going to start with the topic of conditional statement and converse. So before starting with conditional statement and converse, let us see what is a statement. Okay, so let's see. So a statement is a sentence. So in mathematics, statement is called a sentence which makes sense. Okay, like if I tell you, let's say 3 is a prime number, is it making complete sense? Yes, it is making complete sense. So 3 is a prime number, and it is making complete sense that 3 is a prime number. Okay, like if I tell you, like if I command you, like open the door or watch the video till the end, if I command it to you, what will it be? Will you be able to say, can you say that it is a statement? No, because statement should make sense. Commanding or questioning or interrogating is not a statement, because it is not making sense. Okay, so in mathematics a statement is a sentence which makes sense. Okay, let's say, let's take for example. So with the help of this example itself, we'll see what is conditional statement also and converse. Okay, so pay close attention to this and watch this video till the end. Okay, for you to understand each and every part in this. So let's understand. Let's take an example. Let's say the diagonal of a square bisect okay, so the diagonal of a square bisect each other. Okay, so you know, this making complete sense? Yes, because square, okay, this is saying something which makes sense, therefore this is a statement. Okay, so that is an example of statement. You can write many more examples like this. Okay, let's see conditional statement, which is okay. So conditional statement says that it is a statement itself, but in if then form. Like you put conditions to it. Like for example, this example is given to us. If I put this in condition form, or if I give you a conditional statement in general, if you watch this video, then you will be able to understand the concept. So this was an example. Like this is an example which I took. So what am I saying? I'm putting some condition to you. Like if you watch this video, you will be able to understand the concept. So if you're watching, then only you are understanding the concept. So that is a condition. Okay, so I hope you are understanding this. So a conditional statement is a statement in if then form, putting conditions. Okay, so simply we can say conditional statement is a statement in if then form. Okay, let's convert this statement into conditional statement. Let's see how we do it. So example, it's taken from here itself. So a diagonal of a square bisect each other. So if we want to convert this, if a quadrilateral is a square, then its diagonals bisect each other. Okay, so this is what conditional statement is. I converted this statement into conditional. Okay, so here square is a quadrilateral, we know that. So we say that if if a quadrilateral is a square, then its diagonal bisect each other. Okay, so that's what this is. So I hope you have understood what is conditional statement, just converting the given statement into if then form. Okay, let's see the converse. Okay, the third part, which is converse. Okay, so now first of all, before starting converse, you should know that it is a conditional statement is written like this. Okay, so this is how it's written. If and the part after if before then also. Okay, the part between after if, the part after if is called antecedent. Antecedent. Okay, so the part after if is called antecedent and the part after then is called consequent. Okay, so this is how you write the conditional statement, and this part is antecedent and this part is consequent. Now in this converse, what you do, this converse, it becomes if, then comes consequent. Okay, then so what's happening here? This part is converse, means ulta. So we write antecedent in place of consequent and consequent in place of antecedent. So antecedent comes after then, whereas in conditional statement, first one after if it's antecedent, the part which comes, so this part is called antecedent. Okay, I hope you are understanding, not getting confused. And then after then, the part which comes is called consequent. So that is conditional statement. This is for conditional statement. The converse says it is converse of this conditional statement itself. So first comes, so the if and then remains there itself, the part gets switched. The consequent comes in place of antecedent and the antecedent comes in place of consequent. Okay, in converse. So let's see this, let's change this example in converse. Okay, let's see. So this is given to us, we'll convert this into converse now. So first if, okay, so first we need to write consequent. Which one is this? It's this. Diagonals bisect each other, so we can say if diagonals of a quadrilateral, okay, this quadrilateral will remain intact in both of them. Okay, So it doesn't matter, we had added in antecedent, we had added quadrilateral. Here also we can add, in antecedent we can add quadrilateral or consequent also. So it can be switched. The part which is we are switching here, antecedent and consequent, is the meaning. Okay, the meaning here that it is a square, and here the meaning here in consequent is the diagonals bisect each other. So the meaning here will be switched. So the meaning which is diagonals bisect each other will come before. Then after then this part may, it will come that it is a square. So let's understand that. So if diagonals of a quadrilateral, so I've written this in short only, if diagonals of a quadrilateral bisect each other, okay, then if diagonals of a quadrilateral bisect each other, then that quadrilateral, or then it is a square. Okay, so I hope you understood. I'll repeat it once again. So a statement is a sentence which makes sense, which is the diagonal of a square bisect each other. So we took this example which is making sense, proper sense. Then what is conditional statement? We convert the statement into if then form, which is the if then form of this statement is, if a quadrilateral is a square, then its diagonals bisect each other. So that's what we did, okay, in conditional statement. Then we understood what is an antecedent and what is consequent. Okay, so the part after if is antecedent and the part after then is called consequent. Okay, then this is done. This is conditional statement. Then we saw what is converse. So the converse is just opposite of this. Yes or no? The consequent comes before. The idea of consequent here, this part, diagonals bisect each other, will come before. Okay, and then after then this sorry, I'll repeat it once again. This idea after then wala, this in conditional statement, will come after if in converse. And this idea, okay, this meaning is a chord square, that idea will come after then in converse. Okay, I hope you have understood. Let's take some more examples and clear your confusion if you have any. So we'll take some questions here. So we have to find the converse of both the statements. Okay, that's the question. So here, now this statement is given in if then form, but here in this there is no if then form, right? Matlab, this statement is not an if then form. So what are we supposed to do to find converse? First we need to have a statement, this statement in if then form, and then only we can find the converse. So here in this statement, if then form is already given to us, and we just need to switch this antecedent and consequent part. So the consequent part comes here and the antecedent part, which is congruent, it goes that side after then. Okay, so if you have understood, let's see how we do it. So if the diagonals of a quadrilateral are congruent, then it is a rectangle. So what will it be? The converse, if, okay, if a quadrilateral is a rectangle, then the diagonals are, then its diagonals are congruent. So we can say if a quadrilateral is a rectangle, okay, here it says if the diagonals of a quadrilateral are congruent. So diagonals congruent, and this part, it is a rectangle. So what are we supposed to switch? It is a rectangle comes here and diagonals are congruent goes after them. I hope this is easy to understand now. Okay, so if a quadrilateral is a rectangle, okay, then its diagonals are congruent. Okay, I hope you have understood this. Let's take another question, which is the alternate angles formed by two parallel lines and their transversal are congruent. Okay, this is one of the proof in the chapter which will in the upcoming chapter, the second chapter, which is parallel lines. Okay, so you can make a note of this, you can star it. Okay, this is one of the statement. Let's understand what how to find converse of this now. So the alternate angles formed by two parallel lines and their transversal are congruent. So what are we supposed to say? This is not in if then form, so let's convert this into if then form, meaning let's write the conditional statement of this. So conditional statement of this statement will be if, so we have to say in if then form. So if the alternate angles formed by two parallel lines and their transversals, okay, sorry, if, okay, if an angle, so we can say, so what is it? If, okay, if alternate, if alternate angles formed, so if alternate angles formed by two parallel lines, sorry, if alternate angles are formed by two parallel lines, I've written this parallel in short, two lines which are, this indicates parallel, sorry, okay, this indicates parallel, this shows that it's perpendicular, this will be congruent. I want you to remember this. Okay, so what are we doing? If alternate angles are formed by two parallel lines and their transversal, then it is congruent. Okay, so we took the first part after if and then the last part after then. Okay, so let's see the converse of this now. So if alternate angles are formed, okay, so the idea here is parallel, after if there is parallel ka idea, and after then it is congruent. So the parallel will come instead of congruent and the congruent will go there. So if alternate angles are formed by two lines, just not parallel but two lines, if alternate angles formed by two lines and a transversal, okay, if alternate angles formed by two lines and a transversal is congruent, okay, if it is congruent, then the lines are parallel. Okay, so you heard what it said. If alternate angles are formed by two parallel lines, so if two parallel lines are involved and they're transversal, then it is congruent. And here what we are saying, if alternate angles formed by two lines and a transversal are congruent, okay, then the lines are parallel. Okay, so I hope you have understood this concept. This is it from my side here on this topic. Now if you are taking up higher studies, or if you're doing your 12th in science itself, if you take up science, okay, there is more to it. So we need to find, this is the statement given to us, okay. We have to find the truth value of this. So this is something extra which I'm telling you. This is not required for you to learn, okay. You don't need to learn it. So the truth value is this statement correct? Is it true or false? This statement, if the diagonals of a quadrilateral are congruent, then it is a rectangle. Is this true or false? So by reading this, you know the diagonals of a rectangle are congruent. Therefore, we'll say that this statement is true. And hence, the truth value of this statement is T. Now, if you see, if a quadrilateral is a rectangle, then its diagonals are congruent. So, is this true? Can we say that this is true? If a quadrilateral is a rectangle, then its diagonals are congruent. So, this is also true, right? Okay. So, here we found the truth value of statements. Okay. So, you can find the truth value of any statement, any given statement for you. Okay. So, this is not required for you to learn for now. Okay. If you do your higher studies in science, if you take up science after 10th, okay, that this will be there for you in your 12th. Okay, so I hope you have understood this topic. If you have understood, make sure that you share it with your friends. Okay, thank you for watching.